Do you ever find yourself daydreaming? Wishing maybe that you were somebody else? A slimmer, more attractive, more self-confident person perhaps, with more vitality and self-esteem? Well, visualization can help make your dreams come true. My name is Wendy, and I'll show you how. Now, like it or not, we already know that in order to lose weight, we need to eat less and move around more. And of course, that makes sense. But what we may not have realized is that there is another factor involved in successful weight loss. A factor that makes the difference between our success and failure. The thoughts, feelings, images, and beliefs of our self-image. Now, the word visualization refers to these thoughts, feelings, and images that we each experience inside of us. And believe it or not, it's been found that this inner experience of ourselves actually directs or programs what happens in our outer lives. If we experience ourselves as oversized, clumsy, unattractive, or unlovable, chances are that's the self-image we're programming and the life experiences we're setting up for ourselves. But now, educators have discovered that we can change our self-image programs with visualization techniques. And with simple changes in our eating habits and a little bit of time, we can actually go on to become the slimmer, healthier, and more attractive person that we desire to be. And that is what this cassette program is all about. Now, on this first side, we'll be exploring our self-image and deciding on how we want to change it, and creating an inner transformational process that's designed for lasting change. Now, to begin, I would like for you to find yourself a comfortable position, either sitting in a chair or lying down, making sure that you will not be disturbed for the next 30 minutes. For, like a butterfly within a cocoon, you'll be transforming into someone new. And one of the first steps in doing that is for you to begin getting clearer on how it is that you'd like to transform. Not just how much weight you'd like to lose, but how you'd like to be different than you are today. What do you want more of? What do you want less of? What is it that you want from life that you're not getting now? What is it that you want to give back? And so, to help you in this first step, I would like you to take a few moments now and carefully consider the following questions. What would you say are the most important goals or desires in your life at this time? What qualities, strengths, or talents would you like to cultivate in yourself? Do you have an inner sense or picture of how you'd like to be? How much weight do you plan to lose? Are you ready to begin? Good. Now settle back, close your eyes, and begin letting go of the rest of the world, allowing your energies to move inward. Now take a deep breath and exhale it slowly and completely, as you allow your body and mind to relax as deeply as you can. And now, in your imagination, I'd like for you to create a large blackboard there in front of you. Okay, now take a piece of chalk, stand before the blackboard, and upon it, draw a simple outline of your physical body. All right. Now draw the slimmer outline of your desired physical body inside of the other one. Good. Now write your name in the center and then step back so that you can see the board more clearly. Now, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to take another transformational step and project yourself into the future. A future where you can become as you desire to be and discover more of that slimmer, healthier person you are becoming. So I'd like you to stand back now and gaze ahead at the blackboard where you've outlined yourself, and get ready to project yourself into the future, where you can create, pretend, explore, and experience yourself exactly as you would desire to be. Ready now? 1, 2, 3, be there. All right, very good. Now, what did you learn? How were you different than you are today? Were you freer, lighter, brighter? What were you doing with your time? What did you have more of? What did you have less of? Do you think it's possible to make these changes come true? Is transformation possible? You bet it is. And very likely, you'd like to have more happiness and pleasure in your life and less stress and conflict. So let's go ahead and continue with our transformational process and make those changes come true. So let's continue by relaxing your body more deeply. Now, take in a slow, deep breath. Hold it within your lungs for just a moment, and then exhale slowly and completely. All right, now I'd like you to do it again. Only this time as you exhale, I'd like you to relax even deeper by releasing any tension in your body, allowing that tension to simply dissolve away as you exhale. Taking in a deep breath now, holding it within your lungs for just a moment, and then exhaling slowly and completely as you release any tension from your body. Good. Now let's do it one more time. Take in a slow, deep breath. Hold it within your lungs for just a moment, and then exhale slowly and completely as you relax even deeper. And now, I would like for you to locate that area of your body that you feel to be the center of yourself, the centering point of your entire being. A center that you may feel in your abdominal area, or in your heart area, in your head, or any place within your body where you experience a center point of balance and stability. Locate now what you feel to be the center of yourself, and then remain quietly still for a few moments so that you can fully experience this feeling of being centered in your physical body. And now, ask yourself this question. Who is experiencing this? Who hears the sound of my voice? The answer is yourself, your inner or real self. And it is here you will find your connection to the infinite, the answers to your questions, and access to your inner powers of transformation. Now, with this awareness of your inner self, turn your attention back to your body. Be aware that this body is yours. It belongs to you. It is your vehicle, your means of movement and expression in the world outside of yourself. Yes, this is your body, and you are responsible for its cleanliness and care. But your body is not really you, for you are yourself, the one who hears my voice. And your body responds to your mental images and commands, and to the self-image that you project. And so, I would like for you to use your imagination and powers of visualization now to see yourself standing in front of a full-length mirror. Now don't turn away, but stand very close. Reach out and touch your reflection in the mirror. Say your name silently to yourself. And then repeat these statements of your intent. I am now transforming into my ideal self. I am now taking control of my life. I am liking myself and trusting myself and respecting myself more and more each day. I feel secure in my power to change myself and my responses. I get pleasure from my own self-improvement. I say no to mindless eating. All right, very good. And now, let's set up some imaginary test experiences and see how self-image changes can open up new choices, bring us more happiness and contentment, and help us through those times of stress and conflict. Ready? Okay. Let's begin by pretending that it's one of those days. Nothing looks right, nothing feels right, and nothing fits right either. And once again, you vowed to do something about your weight. And this time, you're going to stick with it. You see yourself slimmer, healthier, and more attractive. Your spirits soar, for there's nothing that stands between you and your goal but a little bit of stick-to-itiveness and a little bit of time. But then, out of the blue, something happens, and everything seems to come apart. Emotions get out of control. Only the now seems to exist, and we're tempted to forget our good intentions, blow the diet, and stuff down our uncomfortable feelings with food. What do we do? What can we do? What have we done in the past? What are our choices for the future? How can a sensitive person handle these unbalancing experiences and not succumb to blowing it? Well, first off, let's look at the facts. Eating when you're emotionally upset is simply self-defeating. It makes you feel worse about yourself, not better. And the negative self-image cycle begins again. So right away, we can see that the solution is not food. But if we look closely at these temptational situations, we do find that they fall into several different categories. So let's take a look at some examples and see if we can find ourselves a solution that does work. Now, the first temptational situation that we'll take a look at is the social event. Events like parties and eating out and eating with others. Events that can trigger feelings from carefree rebellion to eating everything on your plate so you won't hurt somebody's feelings or prevent someone from starving somewhere. Situations when we somehow become unsure of ourselves, when we forget who we are and where we're going, and we're tempted to stuff down the confusion with food. Now, is there a solution for handling the social event? And can we get to it in time, before we've blown it? The answer is yes. Whether at a party, or at a restaurant, or even the fast food drive-thru, here is the answer. Unseen, you simply locate your centering point. Visualize your ideal self, and silently repeat your statements of intent. Quickly, your balance will be regained. The temptation to blow it will vanish, and with a tremendous sense of satisfaction, you'll remain true to yourself. Now, let's say silently once again. I am now transforming into my ideal self. I am now taking control of my life. I am liking myself and trusting myself and respecting myself more and more each day. I know that eating when I'm confused or upset is silly and self-defeating, and I choose success. I feel secure in my power to change myself and my responses. I get pleasure from my own self-improvement. I say no to mindless eating. Can you feel it? Does it work? The answer is yes. So let's go on now to another of life's experiences that can tempt us to blow it, and that is emotional conflict generated from the world outside of ourselves. Our feelings of anger, hurt, jealousy, and guilt. Those stabbing feelings that seem to blast apart our self-image, make us feel bad about ourselves, and tempt us to forget our good intentions and stuff down the discomfort with food. Now, is there a solution for handling emotional conflicts like these? And can we get to it in time? The answer is yes. And here's an example of how. Let's say that you're going along about your business, happy and confident, your ideal self in sight. And then, bang, out of the blue, a careless look, word, or deed, and the feelings are back, tempting you to blow it. What can you do? Here's the answer. Silently gather your energies together, locating your centering point. Then visualize your ideal self and repeat your statements of intent silently to yourself. And like magic, your balance will be regained, and the temptation to eat will simply vanish. Now, center yourself and repeat silently once again. I am now transforming into my ideal self. I am now taking control of my life. I am liking myself and trusting myself and respecting myself more and more each day. I know that eating when I'm upset or confused is silly and self-defeating, and I choose success. I feel secure in my power to change myself and my responses. I get pleasure from my own self-improvement. I say no to mindless eating. Is transformation possible? You bet it is. And positive self-imaging is the key. So let's go on and take a look at another temptational state, when emotional conflict is generated from within. Our sad, empty feelings like loneliness, insecurity, or deprivation. Feelings that can cause us to pity ourselves, to feel tired and defeated, and tempted to stuff down the discomfort with food. Now, is there a solution for handling these experiences? And can we get to it in time? Once again, the answer is the same. Silently gather your energies together and locate your center point. Then, visualize your ideal self. Repeat your statements of intent, and like magic, you'll regain your balanced state. Your ideal self will come back into sight, and the temptation to eat will vanish. Yes, positive self-imaging is the key, and we're getting better at it all the time. So let's go on to look at one more temptational state, and that is the mindless state, when we simply don't care. That oblivious, dulled, deadened, and unconscious state when our goals seem somehow lost, and we've forgotten about tomorrow, and only the now seems to exist, and we're tempted. Is there a way out of the mindless state? Or perhaps even a way not to get into it? The answer is yes, and here's an example of how. Let's say you're back in your centered state once again. You're feeling confident and happy and perhaps pleasantly tired. And you plop yourself down in front of the TV set. Soon out come the snacks, and everyone is enjoying themselves. And suddenly you realize that you've been eating. Without thought, without awareness, without enjoyment, but in the mindless state. What do? Once again, here's the way out. Stop eating. Put your hands in your lap. Close your eyes and gather your energies together, locating your centering point. Then visualize your ideal self and repeat silently your statements of intent. Your mind will awaken and become clear. The temptation will vanish, and you'll be free to get up and walk away, proceeding with your own personal goals instead. Yes, positive self-imaging is the key, and it works. Now, are there other situations in life that might tempt us to blow it? Of course there are, but any one of them can be handled in the same way. Try it, and just watch yourself transform. And now, once again, I would like for you to locate your centering point, and then recall your earlier image of the blackboard with your two outlines upon it. And I would like for you to get ready to project yourself into the future and to become the happier, healthier, slimmer, and more attractive person that you desire to be. And know that you do indeed have the power to become it. Ready now? 1, 2, 3, be there. Very good. What did you learn? Could you feel your power? Can you feel yourself transforming? You bet you are. Now we have seen how visualization, positive self-imaging, and our own inner resources can help turn our dreams into our reality. And on side 2 of this program, we'll be supporting our inner transformational process with an outer one, addressing the issue of food, and we'll be learning some interesting things about this vehicle we call our body.
This concludes this excerpt from Exercise Your Inner Eye. Listen again as often as you wish and watch your life begin to improve.